Hi, you've got the Todd and Mark here. I've been doing this a long time. Brand new investors show up at the meeting. They watch something on late night TV, or they watched an infomercial and they want to get into real estate investing.
Or they read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to tell you what not to do, it's not to go out and buy a real expensive course like for 5,000, 3,000, 30,000, 40,000. Do not do that.
You know.
You want to learn from local experts. Trust me on this.
Yeah.
So Todd's incredibly experienced. So I think I'll just ask you, what advice would you give a new real estate investor?
A brand new real estate investor, definitely. When it's funny, when I've been in the business for 20 plus years, but I had no idea that there was other investors out there doing all these things that people are doing, flipping and this and that. I worked for somebody who was an investor, and we had a pretty good system. And once I went to one of those big seminar people,
Yeah.
I heard the commercial, and it cost $200. It was free. First, you go there for free on a Wednesday night, and then they sign you up for a weekend. Cost a couple $100, which isn't a lot of money. Paid the $200, the best $200 I ever spent. It was, can I say the name of the
Sure.
place? It was Than Merrill. If you heard of if you ever heard of him. So I went to the weekend seminar, and it was awesome, man. It changed your mind, and they are really good at trying to sell you for their $50,000 course.
Yeah.
I did not buy it, but they're really good. I really wanted to buy it, okay? But there's enough stuff on YouTube. There's enough stuff on podcasts. Man, I love them. And meetups. So one thing they taught me there was the Google meetups and anything local, real estate clubs and things like that. And that's what I did. And I went to my very first meetup the next week. And man, I could not believe how many people there. I was shocked. I was so nervous and shaken and everything else. And this was not even 4 years ago. This is, January 1st would be 4 years. So, and you get up there and tell people who you are and things like that. Really, it was just life changing. So there's a lot of different things that people might want to do. You really got to figure out what your lane is, and what you figure out now might change later, but try to find people in that meetup group. Everyone's there for a reason. They're a lot of people are goal givers. They give back, and you can, if you want to do fix and flips, if you want to get into wholesaling. 3.5 years ago, I never even heard of I didn't even know what wholesaling was. Hoteling, which is similar to fix and flipping. If you want to be a property manager, one day own rental properties. So there's a lot of different things people can do, and a lot of different ways you can do it. And through we got a lot of YouTube videos under Ralph Maupin YouTube, and we kind of explain it. And you can always reach out to us if you have any questions about, I want to get into this, what should I do? And so everyone's, some people have money or ways to get money. They could get loans to buy fix and flip. Some people don't have any money. So there's different ways of doing that. Sometimes you got to learn how to wholesale, or you got to become a real estate agent. Or you might have to partner with somebody that you might be able to get the loan and they might do the work and teach you that, or you might do the work and they get the loan and you guys work together. So, but you just got to be consistent on what you're trying to do, and you got to do something every day to hit your goals. And but that's one of the best suggestions I could think of is going to the local meetups. And just sitting around talking to people, and I'm sure you're gonna find people you could connect with, and try to figure out what your goal is. Of course, everyone wants to, be millionaires and all that good stuff, but you gotta figure out how you're gonna get there.
Yeah, and just like Todd's saying, what's funny is he's saying he wasn't doing this stuff, 4 years ago, but he's my number one. I generate leads, and I've been in this business a long time. he moves more properties for me when I give a lead because he's Johnny on the spot and he's taking action. He goes to all the meetings. He's ate, sleep, and drank or whatever real estate. He's 24/7 on it.
Yep.
So what you want to do when you go to the meetings is find the experienced guys like Todd, ask him questions, they'll point you in the right direction. And what I really recommend you doing if he's running a workshop or something, go to it or see where you can go make phone calls and generate leads. But the key to it is not, if you're a person that feels like you have to know everything before you can take action, like that's my wife, she has to understand everything before she does something. That's not this business. You need to go take action. You need to say, okay, Todd, if you're meeting and making calls for properties, can I go hang out and make some calls with you?
Yeah.
And then that's how you're going to really learn this business. So,
Yeah, and they call it, you can listen to enough podcasts, you gotta fail forward. You gotta take action, you gotta keep moving, and you fail forward. I mean, that is, and you gotta be consistent about it. You can't, if you're gonna be a wholesaler, you gotta make calls 3 hours a day. And things like that. So you just gotta figure out what your superpower is, what I call it. What are you good at that maybe this person's not, okay? Or maybe you're not good at this. You don't want to do it, right? And you got to find that person. Maybe you find someone that's good at that, and you kind of connect together.
When I got started, everybody starts differently. When I got started as a real estate investor, I actually had access to money, my own money and stuff. So my whole gig was, so how do I get a really good deal in real estate? So I found a real estate person just like Todd that was out finding the deals. And I started buying everything he was bringing to me. And I got to be honest with you, those were the best deals that I did for a long time because they were all in the Lakes area. They all appreciated in value. I was buying the stuff to be a landlord, but what happened was the properties appreciated so much, I ended up selling them at some really good dollars. So it's, everybody's different, but you'll be able to find by asking, like, I don't have any money, I need to learn this, I need to wholesale. If you're working a full-time job, how can you get involved with this? Ask people because they'll give you the right direction.
Yeah.
So
one good thing is I made enough mistakes. Mark's made enough mistakes. A lot of these people at these meetups have made enough mistakes. There should be no reason why you need to make those mistakes. So especially if someone's brand new, they get excited. If you're gonna buy a deal, please find someone that can look at it with different eyes than you, and they will show you some things, or maybe see why it is a great deal, or be careful on this, be careful on that, things like that. Never brand new fix and flipper. Don't go buy a property at the land bank and try to fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. Don't take a house that you got to fix it completely. Wait on those, okay? Get something that's pretty easy. Might need some painting, may need a kitchen, some floor, resand the floor, clean up, something like that. Something easy. And but yeah, there's sources out there to help you for sure.
So we've got once a month we do TC deals. Todd runs the meeting. It's an incredible meeting. Go on there, ask questions, meet a lot of experienced investors. And that's an open forum, good place to get a lot of stuff answered. You can go on our meetup, or you can go to Todd's Facebook. All this information is going to be on the video, the description below. So my name is Mark Maupin, and that's all I got to say about this.
Thanks, guys.